What's going on, Slay Nation? It's Justin Query coming back to you guys for another live meeting tonight. I'm with you tonight with Josh Fusen, our other Slay Nation New York director. And
What's
tonight
going on, Slayers?
we got TJ Sweeney from the PA series coming with you tonight.
What's up, Slayers? How's it going tonight?
Eagles swag on, man. It's been a tough week for us, but still my bird, so.
No matter what, you got to represent.
That's right. So, hey, man, welcome to the show tonight. It's going to be a quick one, but we're going to cover a couple of things. One last meeting before the March 1st deadline for the big giveaway for membership. So, wanted to cover that with everybody and then talk a little bit about the changes that we made to the Civil War with TJ and go through a couple of other things with Angler of the Year and some of the other stuff we're going to run through on New York side. So, appreciate you everybody joining us tonight. Just checking out the comments. What's up, Dwayne? Attorney X. We got Pete, Eugenio, Greg Kronk, our other assistant director, Alzon. What's up, guys? Appreciate everybody joining tonight. If you guys got questions about the season, just post them in the chat, and one of us will catch it. But first things first, guys. What do you guys got going on, man? Besides waiting another four to 6 weeks before we're out there? Probably a little bit less for TJ.
I'm hoping
actually,
so.
Yeah, probably a little less for me, but I know some of our guys have actually been out on the water. So Mike Gosling out there getting his first bass of the year. I know him, Keith, and one of our other Slayers, Nick, are talking about going out this Sunday. So maybe it's time to dust the kayak off of storage and get the Hobie out.
Yeah, too cold for us still up here. I think it's turning on us again tonight. So it's been a pretty good winter. It's just should ice out pretty early this year, so we can get on Cave a little bit earlier. Oneida. Some of our lakes. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to get back on the water, man. You can feel the itch, man. It's starting to come back. Everybody's starting to get their stuff together. Kayaks are inside. Mine's just through that door. Getting motors put on and new batteries from Z Pro and all that good stuff. So it's going to be a good season. Greg, don't be scouting too much, man. You don't need that.
Greg, you do need to let us know when the ice is gone, though, so we can get out there.
That's true. And he's going to lie to us. He's going to tell us this ice is out right up till May. Let's bring up the Slay Nation website real quick. Talk about membership, and all this goes for New York and PA, so that's why I wanted TJ in here for talk about that part too. So March 1st is the deadline for the giveaway. If you're interested in jumping in before that, the Z Pro lithium battery giveaway will be 12 volt 100 amp hour battery and a 12 volt 30 amp hour battery to 2 lucky Slayers across Slay Nation if you're signed up before that deadline. So. I think TJ, you guys are up to what, 25 guys?
Yep, we hit 25 guys. I'm hoping to get a couple more. I know some guys are dragging their feet.
Yep.
I'm looking at you. Get signed up. Let's get in this Z Pro drawing, man. Somebody's walking away with a 100 amp hour battery.
That's what I want. I want one of our guys to win the battery too. So that's why I want our guys signed up. So, and if you guys don't know, that's like a $700 battery. That 100 amp hour battery. A 30 amp hour battery. I have one of those too. It's like a $230 battery, I think. Like they're expensive batteries for giving out. So jump in that before the deadline. If you don't know, go to SlayNationTournamentFishing.com. Go to the 2023 membership. Make sure you do your liability waiver and membership forms here for any of the clubs that you sign up for. If you don't remember to do that, it's all digital now. So once you sign up, we get an email automatically. But go into the membership, get that signed up for the $60 before March 1st. When you go in here, you can select your series. Upstate New York. PA's in here somewhere. I must have missed it. Right there, PA Kayak Series. So both of our series are in there. Get signed up for March 1st, and we'll see who can bring more Slayers to Cayuga Lake. Right now, looks like you guys are in the lead, but we'll see how that shapes up. But
well, they may be in the lead for members. That don't mean they're going to bring enough to Cayuga to beat us.
You got to give them something.
Hey, I don't care if I got to pack them 2x2 on beds in the freaking trailer I rented.
Yeah, we'll get some more guys signed up. We just started getting signups going. TJ and the rest of us, Ray and Josh and I, we signed up. We got together a couple weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago, discussed the details, went over the rules and boundaries and all those things. So wanted to cover a few of those things real quick with everybody. If you haven't looked at the update to Tourney X, go to tourneyx.com, type in Slay Nation NY or Slay Nation PA. This will be one of the first tournaments that pops up for you. Look through all of the details here. We updated all of this while we're all meeting on that night. So all of this is up to date and accurate for this tournament this year. I mean, obviously, you see, we got some members already signing up. We got 5 of us already signed up, ready to fish. So you can start signing up now. If you hear on the right side, you'll see the membership down this year was $65 for the base entry fee, and the side pot it will be $10. And the side pot we did change. If you didn't notice, there's no tag team or anything like that for this Civil War. It's just a straight up $10 side pot. Did we decide if that was just winner takes all?
Yes.
I think it was winner takes all.
Okay. We'll do winner takes all for the side pot if you're in the side pot. And then $65 for everybody else that wants to jump into it. There's no tag team, no team tournament, anything going on in this. So every man for himself, every woman for himself. Just get out there and fish. So even though that together, $75 to get into it. We even got lucky enough to get an award sponsor that's going to pay for the awards for this. So we don't have any money coming out of this going towards awards. Any of the money that goes into this is going back to the anglers between this and your angler of the year race. So nothing going back to the directors, nothing going to sponsors. So it's pretty awesome that our sponsor, Adirondack Foothills, is taking care of the plaque for this one too. So pretty awesome event. I know if you guys went to it last year, you could see what was the winning score last year, like 97, 98?
97 or 98.
I don't know, Brewer, you're in here. Post what you got.
I think it was like 98. I took like 98 to win. So I mean, you need high 90s to have a chance to win this event, and it's unless the weather kicks our ass that day, I don't think that's going to change. You're going to need in the 90s to do well here. So there's some big fish to be caught. Good time of the year. We did push it out a couple weeks. That first month last year was really tough with the weather, so we did push this out to the 13th of May. Seeing how that goes. Yeah, like Jake Stem said, 96, 97. I think you're right about that. I think it's a little bit better in late April. So the second week of May, probably more like 95, 96, maybe the winner. If you get 97, you should win this tournament. But any questions on that? Anything you guys want to bring up about this tournament? Talk about rules, 5 fish, 10-inch minimum.
One of the things Greg posted in here, everyone needs to make sure they're aware of where Lockview Marina is. There were some issues there last year. Lockview is a man-made dredged marina, so it is actually off limits. You cannot fish in there. There was an issue last year. DEC had to get involved. They said they've actually arrested crappie fishermen in there because of it being off limits. So make sure everyone's aware of where that is. Follow the signs. If you see it says no fishing, don't fish in there. We don't want to see anybody get in trouble.
Yeah.
Now, for my PA guys, that's kind of a weird rule that New York has that we found out last year at the award show. It's basically, since it's a man-dredged marina, it is not public. So be sure of where you're fishing. If it's any kind of marina, I'd say just avoid it. Be safe.
Yep, stay outside of it. If it says no fishing, there's a reason for it. Stay away from it.
There are some marinas they got there that have no signs up at all. So those ones, you're good. Just if you see a no fishing sign, stay out of that marina just to be on the safe side.
Yeah. And if you're competing to win, might be a safe bet unless you caught them all on a marina to just stay away anyway, just to not take that chance, like he's saying. So yeah, there's some weird rules up here on the Finger Lakes, but watch out for the dock Karens. There's tons of those on Cayuga, especially in the north end, and it's the south end. There's a couple of Karens down there too. So luckily they won't be sunbathing in their 70-year age limit too. But it'll be nice and cold that weekend. So yeah, that's Civil War. So we got team trophies going out to the top 5. We're going to add up the top 5 scores from each state, add them together and see who wins. Those 5 will get plaques. So that's just another side bet. There's no money involved with that. It's just for bragging rights. We beat them on PA pretty good last year, so they might be coming for some revenge this year. So we got to make sure we're ready. Yeah,
definitely going to try to, Justin.
I think you guys are coming. You guys got more. It looks like you guys might even have more anglers coming too. So if you do, we might be in trouble. Just leave that Jake Stem guy at home. But so that's the Civil War. If you guys got any questions and you're on the PA side, reach out to TJ or Slayer. We're all in this together. We got a group chat, all 4 of us, so we talk all the stuff that'll run all the way through the tournament. Judging, I don't know if I talked about judging, but judging, we're going to have third-party judges that are other Slay Nation directors from other clubs that aren't fishing that weekend. So none of us will have to judge. So it just makes it even easier. they'll know our rules, boundaries, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so we'll have third-party judges. Last thing I'll go over real quick is the boundaries, since there's not much to talk about. South end, it's pretty cut and dry. Going the creeks, just go up to the first impassable barrier like any lake. On the north end, the only thing that's really something you got to watch for is the big ass lake. This bridge. So if you go up in the north end and you cross this bridge and you want to go up into the river, you can go up into this river. I think that's called the Seneca River. You go up in the Seneca River up to this 89 bridge right here. So that's the cutoff. You can't launch past this. You can't fish past this. You can fish on the bridge, but you can't go past it. If the wind is an issue or weather is an issue, the directors and I will probably open that up. And when we open it up, it'll probably go as far down as even the 414 bridge or something. But we'll talk about that as a side plan just in case anything happens. But hopefully it doesn't come to that. So that's the boundaries. Yeah, what's up, man?
Sorry. For my PA guys, last year, one of the things I realized, there's some boat launches that are on private property, but you can pay. It's usually, if I remember correctly, it's like a $7 fee to park your truck and launch from there. So just kind of pay attention to where you're launching from.
Yep. Yeah, make sure everybody knows it's public launches only. You know, as long as if somebody's just got a marina that's letting kayakers launch for $5 a piece or $10 a piece, then yeah, you can use it. Like you're saying, and there is a few of those around. There's like these people just own a piece of property, but they allow people to launch for a fee. So as long as everybody's allowed to do it, you're allowed to do it. So what else? Anything we missing on Civil War?
Not so much on Civil War, but we were going to talk about the new thing with Tourney X.
Oh yeah. Let me show everybody. So when you sign up on Tourney X now, Tourney X doing some awesome feature updates. One of them you already know is the mini games that we're going to be using for all the other events besides this one. But another feature they just added. So if you sign up for a tournament, I'll show you when I go in here now. I can click on your name and it'll tell me what kayak you own and what color it is. So it's really important that you fill that out. Even emergency contact info you can fill out. And the directors can use that if we're trying to find somebody at the end of the day, or if God forbid something happens to you on the water. We need to talk to the DEC or somebody. We know at least what color kayak and what brand kayak you have to keep eye out for. So pretty important. Let's make use of that feature. They added it for a safety reason, so let's use that. So yeah, good to bring that up. What else are we missing? I think we're good on Civil War,
staying
right?
home.
Who's that said I'm hitting the jack? No, sir, not the jack. Sorry, I was just reading the comments.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm doing too. So all right, man. So that covers all the Civil War. If anybody's got any questions on Civil War, reach out to your director for your club. If not, hopefully we see you there. Start getting signed up on Tourney X. It's all set up on there. And let's start seeing how many members we can get signed up for that. Plus, obviously, before you sign up, get into Slay Nation. So the next thing for us on our side, if you got anything else, Cheese, you want to cover or talk to your guys about, feel free to take a few minutes.
Basically, guys, just get signed up. Cayuga is a great lake to fish. Wasn't there a 9-pound smallmouth caught out of there last year? That was almost a state record.
It was. It was a state record.
State
was
record.
It a state record?
It was
8.4.
I think it was 812.
Oh, no, that thing was massive, dude.
It was an 812 smallmouth. It was just absolutely stupid.
I know. Yeah. I personally got a 7.4 pound, 21.5 inch out of there last year, largemouth, when we were pre-fishing.
Yeah, that was crazy.
There's definitely some monsters in Cayuga, so.
Yeah, you come up, you're definitely, and you cast, man, you can definitely hook into a 10-pounder in that lake, So yeah. Definitely, that's the lake you want to be at. Hopefully we see all you out there.
Yeah. All right, man. Anything else, gentlemen?
All right, I appreciate you stopping in with us, man, and we'll talk soon, and we'll talk to Slay Ray about those plaques, and then start getting your guys signed up, man, and we'll see what everybody comes up with. New York going to bring it.
PA is going to beat you this year.
I think we'll see. We'll find out. Somebody in the state of Pennsylvania's got to win.
I mean, Jake Stem just said he's not coming because Pete's fishing it. So.
Well.
Okay.
Okay. All right, man. Well, it's good. Good talking to you, TJ. Appreciate you stopping on, man.
All right, Justin, Josh. Thanks, guys.
Take it easy,
TJ.
TJ.
In a couple of months.
All right, man. Won't be long.
And Dwayne, not a problem, man. We appreciate what you've been doing with Tourney X.
Definitely. Yeah, man. So let's cover a couple other things. We talked about the Cave of Civil War real quick. I would like to cover the second tournament. We're just going to cover that real quick, just because they're so close together. The Oneida Lake tournament is only 2 weeks after that, May 27th, and that is the first one we will start with the mini games. So you'll see mini games in here. Get signed up. Sign up for the side pot. Pick a partner. If you don't have a partner, get a hold of Josh Fusen, and we will get you signed up to find a partner. This will be the first one we do the tag team. You don't have to share information with your partner. I want to stress that out. So people are concerned about the information sharing thing. You do not have to share anything with your partner. It can just straight up be, your fish with his at the end of the day with whatever happens. You don't have to share any information. Doesn't have to be any of that. So,
and we're not expecting anybody to be fishing side by side either.
Right now,
at the end of the day, we're still looking to get an AOI, at the end of the whole season. So everybody's competing for that score. We've got some great prizes coming this year for AOI. Everybody's going to want it. I mean, shoot, I want it.
Yep. Yeah, so I just want to make sure people understand that with the tag team. That's just a fun thing for $10 on the side for your team. Nothing too serious. I mean, if my dad's out beating me and he's in first place and he's my partner, I don't expect him to tell me a damn thing. I expect him to finish his win. So
And
that's just the way we're going to run it.
Eugenio, I got you on the list along with Colin. We're going to just keep putting the names together till closer to Cayuga, and then we're going to make the teams because we want to make sure that we have them kind of evenly matched. We don't want to put two newer people together. And so we'll get a list going and figure out who needs partners and go from there.
Yep, just a fun side bet thing for $10. I mean, if we get 20 teams on that, you could have a good side pot change. And like if my dad and me are partners and I only got one fish, but it's the fish that he needed to put our limit over the top and win that side bet. I only have one fish and I might be able to still walk home with a couple $100 in my pocket. So worth it for me. Just something fun for the side of this and keep you fishing to the end of the day. So there's that. We're going to start that at Oneida Lake. That will run through the end of the season. And we will crown the tag team champions with some tag team championship belts at the end of the season at the Angler Leader Championship. So Greg, you can finally get your tag team championship belts that you want if you get the right partner.
Anybody that fished with us last year that did some Battlefish Charters events, the belts are going to be very similar to what AJ had. So just to give you an idea of what they're going to look like.
Yep.
I know AJ might even come for him with his wife. She said they're signing up this week.
Okay. Well, if they sign up, they could be a good tag team duo.
Yeah.
I mean,
she's going to outfish him, but yeah.
Well, somebody's got to outfish AJ. Nobody else is right now in the winter. Maybe Pete.
Oh, Pete's killing it on the ice.
He's always killing it, man. He's a good dude. So we'll have Pete there at the tournament, I'm sure. And we're going to have a good turnout for that. So New York guys, bring it. We need to take out the PA guys again, retain our bragging rights for another year, and take those plaques home with us. So that's the tag team. And Josh, I'll let you talk about the Angler of the Year race a little bit, and I will bring up the while you're starting to talk about that, I will bring up the Angler of the Year race stuff.
So Justin and I have been working pretty hard on getting some sponsors together for this season. I've got a few of them. Justin's got a few of them. We were very lucky with our award sponsor. So Adirondack Foothills, they're going to be covering all of our awards this year. That includes our Cayuga and all of that. We'll talk more about them here in a minute. But, some of our sponsors going into this, St. Louis Trash, they gave us a prize package, cash money. North Country Building LLC gave us cash money for it. Battlefish is making us another rod. Primetime Baits, they donated some merch and some cash, so a little bit of both going in there. They make some awesome stuff. Make sure you guys get on and check them out. Rams Off the Hook has donated us some stuff. He's making some great lures. Primetime does some really good plastics. Eugenio, he does some really good painting on lures, so it's a good combination. I know I'm going to be making some orders coming up here soon from both of them.
Same here. And we got them kind of at both ends of the spectrum. Gino's up in Saranac Lake area up on the north, and then we got Primetime down in the Finger Lake. So we got the best of both worlds. It's, two great guys to work with too. So check out what RJ's got over at Primetime. Check out what Gino's got over here at Big Shop.
Gino's getting some sick custom lures made for me. RJ's got some sweet colors on his plastics. I'm excited to try some of them out. We did get a prize package from him already. I checked out the plastics, really good quality, guys. So definitely worth ordering. I mean,
there's a package from Rams too for the Civil War, right?
Yep. So Eugenio, he put the comments up here. He's got stuff coming out for first, second, and third for not only Civil War but for our championship match as well.
Awesome. Thank you.
Buzzbait frogs. I know he's got going in there. Snakes. He's doing I think it was a walleye or a trout colored lure. Like some pretty sick stuff going in here.
Yeah. Cool, man. That's awesome. So yeah, we got some awesome sponsors this year, man.
Well, then another really good one we got coming in for the AOI, we got some Yak Attack gift cards. They're one of our big sponsors. They decided to sponsor us locally as well. So right now, as you guys can see on here, we're looking at about 800 between cash and prizes for Angler of the Year. And
yeah, we got plenty of these out there. We got a couple more of those left, some 25s. Some great sponsors from Yak Attack. I'd like to win a couple more of those Yak Attack blocks.
Yeah, I got some stuff I'm looking at ordering here soon, so I'd really like to win some of them too.
Yeah.
But a big thing is when it comes to the sponsors, they help us because we're getting all of this stuff for them. Let's make sure if you're winning some of this stuff as well, you're posting up some pictures with it on our website. We want to bring a shout out to them.
Yeah.
They're helping us. We want to help them back. And the nice thing is, with the exception of Yak Attack, all of our sponsors so far are local.
Yep.
We haven't really gone any big. I know, to talk about Adirondack Foothills a little bit, you guys saw it in my post. A couple of guys Justin and I grew up with, they bought the gas station out in Natural Bridge. They're completely changing it. Anybody that lives out this way knows it's an hour 15, hour and a half to go to Tupper Lake from here, and there is nothing open on the way until you get to Tupper Lake. So Adirondack Foothills is going to have some gas pumps going on out there. You can use your card instead of having to pay inside, and because of that, they're going to leave one of them on 24/7. They're also looking at eventually down the road doing some bait in there. I know I'm going to put them in touch here, hopefully with Prime Time. RJ, if you're still on, reach out to me about that. But they're a couple of great guys. There's going to be some deli going in there, so some really good food options. Rob and Corey are going to keep me updated on any new changes they're making, but it's definitely going to be worth stopping in there and checking them out.
Yeah.
But, our sponsors are key, guys. Our anglers are amazing as well. Don't get me wrong, but we couldn't have a season like we're looking at right now without our sponsors.
Yeah, definitely. I know last year it was my first year running the series, and it's one of the things I didn't do a good enough job is, at least I don't think I did a good enough job, is finding some more local sponsors to help us out. So it's a lot of work for one guy with 45, 50 members. So Josh coming on and helping out with that definitely took a lot off my plate. So I appreciate the help, Josh.
That's pretty much been my main focus, and I'm not done yet. We still got, what is this, February 16th? So we still got almost 3 months until Cayuga. I'm trying to get us some more. As soon as we hit that 1K mark for Angler of the Year, then anything else I start getting in, I want to start putting towards our other tourneys. I want to bump the pot up at every single one of them. Yeah,
it would be nice if we could. But yeah, so we're definitely putting some work in this year, trying to improve the Angler of the Year this year. And obviously, let's talk about the rules a little bit for Angler of the Year. So you got to be a Slay Nation New York member. It's pretty cut and dry. The change this year is you got to have your best 4 tournament scores plus your championship. So that's changed from the last 2 years, where the championship was not part of your Angler of the Year score unless it was one of your top 3 or top 4 scores. So now if you don't go to championship, you get a 0. Essentially, is for one of your 5 scores. So you won't be able to win Angler of the Year. So your best 4 from the first 6, and then your last tournament score is going to count for everybody. Onondaga Lake, I'm not a big fan myself, so I don't think I chose this myself. I guess I did, but not for myself. I'm not a big fan, but I heard it's fishing good. I think Greg or a couple guys said it was fishing a lot better this time of year or this past year. So hopefully Onondaga is doing well that year.
I heard from a few of the anglers last year, right around the championship, that Daga was just killing it. Yeah. And I know a few people were asking about us going there. We want to do something different for Angler of the Year that we haven't done before. That's why we chose Daga. might be amazing, might be some of the best fishing you've ever had. We really don't know, but that's part of the fun of it, is going on a lake that you really don't know and just showing what you got.
Yeah, I think I've only fished it twice, but I've caught a couple big fish there, but just never really been able to put it together. But we're gonna have the rivers in play a little bit, the triangle, whatever you call it. I don't know, like that Three Rivers part. Some of the Three Rivers, not the whole thing, but that'll be in play. So that'll be a fun tournament to go to. But that'll be the championship. So we'll crown the Angler of the Year at that tournament, along with the tag team champions at that tournament. And like you said, talk about the prizes. You get your Slay Nation Angler of the Year plaque that comes from Slay Nation and Frankie. That's getting made. I think this year's is just getting finished up for 2022 with your custom name and everything gets on it. Then obviously, like Josh said, all the cash and prizes, the custom rod, and then obviously the bragging rights for a year. And unfortunately, we are losing Christmas Jansen this year at some point. So
July.
July. So he won't be able to retain his championship. So it's free game this year for anybody that wants to win it. I know we've got a lot of people want it.
Justin got it our first year, and then Chris last year. So let's see what happens. I know I definitely don't want Justin to win again.
I don't know. I kind of wouldn't mind that, but yeah. I mean, it's gonna be a wide open race. I think with the schedule we got, man, I think it's gonna be a wide open race, and with the changes to the Angler of the Year race. So that's Angler AOY race. If anybody's got any questions on that, reach out to Josh. He's running the show on the Angler of the Year. He's going to be keeping track of the standings for the Angler of the Year. So if you're questioning on where you're at in the standings, he'll be posting updates throughout the year after tournaments. But what scores you got to call out, that's the guy you got to talk to.
I'm going to keep we're going to keep you guys up to date too. As I get more sponsors in, this might change a little bit. My overall goal is to get $1,000 in cash and prizes for our Angler of the Year. So, and like I said, anything I get after that, we're going to start putting into some of the other tourneys. And then something else I talked to about Justin that I want to do, I'm personally this year going to buy one of those big monster bass boxes. I think they're like $70, $80, something like that. And I'm going to give that to whoever catches the biggest bass of the season out of all of the tournaments.
Yep, so all 7 tournaments combined, biggest bass got caught. Josh is going to throw you a big monster bass package. And maybe I'll throw something in there, some birds or something from the Swarm. So
something different that I haven't seen done before that just kind of, I think would be fun.
Yeah.
Kind of drive that competition through every tournament, guys.
Yep. I like it, man. Good idea. So yeah, that's all I got. Anything you want to talk about? Catch boards or anything?
Yeah. So that was another thing. We do have a lot of new people signing up. I got a message last night from a guy that my brother-in-law knows. So, I mean, if you guys are out there talking to people and they're interested, don't be afraid to give them my Facebook, have them message me, have them message Justin. If they got questions, we'll answer them. If you know me personally and you know my number, I don't mind you giving that out as long as you shoot me a message and give me a heads up. Hey, so-and-so is going to get a hold of you. But with that being said, with the new members, we do catchboard only for our tournaments. So a lot of trails are going that way. They're going away from the hog trough and all that, but we find it fairer that way. We make sure there's no cheating with the boards and whatnot. So we want to keep it catch only. That's something we're going to continue doing. I've got 2 extra boards. Justin, I think, has 1 or 2 extra boards for some of our new members if you need to borrow one, but it is limited. So, if you're signing up and you want to go try your first ever tournament, but don't want to commit to paying all the money for all of this stuff, shoot me a message. I'll help you out for a tournament, let you borrow a board. But if you're going to stick with it, we ask that you get a catch board yourself.
Yep. I see Greg has a spare as well. So all of the directors have at least 1 board, 2 boards to hand out. So just make sure you give us a heads up if you need one.
Yeah, they're always first come, first serve on those.
I think a lot of us keep a spare in our truck, so I think you're always going to have some extra. Just got to ask in the Facebook group. But I think that's all I got tonight, man. It's only 30 minutes, just like I wanted to be at, and go over this big thing. But make sure everyone, I want you to get signed up, and I want one of those New York guys to win that 100 amp hour. That'd be awesome. So just get signed up by March 1st to win that Z Pro battery. There's 2 of them going out. Get your membership forms in, liability forms if you haven't done that, if you're a member already. And you want to talk about jerseys? You want to tell them about jerseys? We didn't talk about that at all.
Yeah, it's we got some awesome jerseys coming this year. I'm not sure if we can actually post a picture just yet. We'll find out, but they've got the design set up for them now. They look really cool. The one thing different from the last couple of years is you're not going to have your last name on the back of them anymore. Reason being, we've just gotten too big for Slay Ray. He can't make that many of them down with his little, probably not little, I don't know the size of it, but he's got one press and he was making all of our jerseys. So now we're going to be bulk ordering them. So Frankie's going to be going through and ordering a couple hundred of them at a time to go out. That's also the reason why they switched over to the unisex sizes, because it's just he has to order so many of each size at a time, and it's way too hard for him to do if there's 15 different sizes out there.
Yeah.
So, but they do look killer. They're long sleeve like our last ones. They've got a hood to them this year. They're was it SPF
like camel patterns kind of thing on this, like the patterns on the sleeves, pretty cool.
I think they were SPF 50 on them or something like that for sun blocking. So I mean they're really cool jerseys. To answer your question, Charles, Justin and I still have to sit down and figure out exactly which lakes. We have a very good idea of what we want to do for Indian River, but we'll have that all worked out and posted in there within the next couple weeks.
Greg, if you mean the Slay Nation graphic, I have all that. If you need Slay Nation graphics, just message me. I got all of them. I got the PNG files for all those if you need that.
We've also got some sick decals this year for your kayaks.
I've had those custom made for you guys, so you guys better like them.
I got a stack of them, and we've got our business cards again this year too. I'm going to have a stack of them that I can hand out at our events. If you know me personally, want a couple of them, live nearby, let me know. I'll give you a couple of them to hand out to some people. Yep.
We also got some of the merch we're going to get this year. So I'll show you guys. So some of the raffle prizes we got, if you guys can see how this, we got practice jerseys for people that are going in the raffle box. Tow flags. So if you need a tow flag from Z Pro, you get one of these as a member anyway. We're going to have some of that. We're going to have some of the buffs like that. We're going to have some of that stuff in raffle prices. So thanks to Z Pro and added stuff that was going to be for this war, but they let me put it over to Slay Nation. So it's just more raffle prices for you guys. Good stuff, too.
We got some sick prime time stuff coming in here, Really good plastics, guys.
Yeah, Greg, we'll definitely get you some cards, man. When if I don't get to see you before then, Greg, let me know. I can just send you a package with like 50 cards so you can take them around into decals. And anybody that wants them, if anybody has spots that they can put the business cards with our schedule and our Facebook group, let me know. And I can send out a package in the mail. It's only going to cost 50 cents or $1 to send you a package with the business cards and some decals. So just let me know if you guys want that.
And, if you guys want some business cards as well, just to hand out, you got a buddy with a local business that wants to get their name out there a little bit and sponsor us, put them in communication with me. I can give you some business cards to hand out to them too.
Yeah, we have sponsor letters that explain all of our sponsorship too that Josh has too. So
yeah, we can definitely get some to AJ Nicole.
Oh yeah, we do that. I'll get some to Pete. Pete's got a box going to him anyway. Is Pete on here?
Yes.
Right. Pete's got a box coming for the Syracuse Forum fishing team stuff anyway from me. So I'll add a bunch of extra stuff in there for Pete to get to AJ. A bunch of business cards for him and some decals. So expect that coming for you, Pete. I got a box coming for you this week. All right. Anything else, Josh? Any questions in the chat?
No, I think I'm pretty good.
All right, man. Yeah, it's been a fun off season, man. I know I'm really excited for this season. The way that you've done a lot for this club, and you don't give yourself enough credit, man. But you definitely stepped up into a big role. Got some great sponsors, and really going to help out the Angler of the Year race and improve that instead of just being a plaque. We want to beef that up. So appreciate what you're doing, man. I'm excited to fish. I can feel it already. I got the jitters ready to go out and fish. Dad's coming over to tomorrow. We're going to put the motor on the new kayak or the new motor on the kayak.
Yeah,
And,
I've just about got my building cleaned back out from winter time, so I can start working on mine. Put some new lights in there. I do want to give a couple minutes in the chat for anybody with questions to post in there, if you're good with that.
Yep.
And I know why we're giving them a minute to post questions. I do want to say thanks again to all of our sponsors. Adirondack Foothills, huge thank you for supporting us with the plaques. Corey and Rob, awesome. We very much appreciate it. Alex St. Louis with St. Louis Trash, we appreciate your package. North Country Building LLC, Battlefish Charters, some of the best rods out there. Can't wait to see what AJ does with this year's rod.
You'll see. Pete and him are up to something. I'll just tell you that.
What's that? Pete and him are up to
All I
something?
can tell you. Those two are always scheming up something, man. But
I'm excited to
there
see.
some cool rod builds between the two of them.
And we got Primetime Baits again. RJ, thank you very much for supporting us. Hopefully, I know me and Justin are going to be putting some orders in here very soon. Hopefully, some of our other slayers do as well. Rams Off the Hook Bait Shop, Eugenio, some great products out there. Definitely going to be getting some more of those gobies. And I'll have that list this weekend for you of what I need made for me. And then Yak Attack for the gift cards. Hopefully, I got some coming soon. I got some ideas, some more local bait shops I'm going to be hitting up, try to see if they'll sponsor us. So
we got a couple questions in the chat. One, how do we know if filled out the forms correctly? I have a list going for all the people that filled out the forms. And sometime in March, I'm going to make a list on the Facebook group, and I'll tell everybody if you need to go do it. So that'll go out sometime in March if you haven't done it. If you don't know if you've done it, you can go back and do it a second time, and it won't hurt anything. So that's for the liability and memberships forms, if anybody's wondering.
Not gonna want to go out then. Wait, what? Oh, he was replying to somebody else's comment.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about the boundaries on that. We'll get a little bit further, maybe in March or April. We'll talk about the boundaries for St. Lawrence. They're pretty specific boundaries we have. You won't be able to cross into Canada. I mean, if you do, you're a hell of a long way out there, by the way, from where we're going to be. But we'll be talking about that when we get closer.
And we're definitely going to be bringing up boundaries multiple times before St. Lawrence, because there's two different sets of boundaries depending on if you're going to do EKF or not.
Yep.
We're going to keep it all open, but if you do EKF, you can't fish certain ones. So we'll bring it up a few times.
When's that outdoor show, Nicole? So Battlefish will be at the Western New York Outdoor Show. Has anybody got a date on that? If you can post it in the chat. I think Jose was telling me about this. Everybody's got a date on that right there. All right.
March 10th and to 12th.
Okay, something to keep an eye on. So yeah, if you guys are going to be there, make sure you stop at the Battlefish table and talk to AJ. And I'm sure Pete might be there, maybe Nicole. Maybe I'll slide down in there and hang out with those guys for the weekend. Sounds like a good time.
Speaking of outdoor shows, if anybody decides they want to make that drive the end of next month, March 24th in Connecticut, there's another big one, and Frankie's going to be there. So anybody that decides to go that way could actually meet Frankie Provolone.
Famous roofer himself.
Yeah, he's going to be there with Vector Hooks and somebody else. I can't remember. He's going to have a booth. He'll be there all weekend.
Oh, Heat or Meat?
Maybe. I honestly can't remember what he said.
I think it's Heat or Meat.
Yeah,
so and when KBF is closer to Henderson, I don't know. You mean compared to us? I don't know. I'm pretty close to Henderson.
He was talking about the boundaries. NYKBF and us have the same boundaries, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah. I said we'll bring that up closer to it, Colin.
Yeah.
We got plenty of time. Our main thing tonight was we want to talk about memberships. Make sure if you haven't signed up yet, you do. 2 weeks left to get those in that battery raffle there.
Yep.
So.
All right, man. I think we're good for tonight. I'm going to go catch up on something on the Xbox probably and go play some baseball.
Yeah, I'm going to head to bed. We got ice coming, so I'm going to have to get up and plow in the morning, or salt the roads at least.
All right, man. It's good talking to you tonight. It's good chatting with everybody. Appreciate everybody jumping on the live stream. Appreciate TJ and the PA guys, everything they're doing, the directors and their slayers. Make sure you guys get signed up, New Yorkers, because we're slacking because they're beating us right now. So
yeah, PA's got 25. We're only at 22.
Yeah. So, all right, man. You guys have a good night. Appreciate all of our sponsors. Slay Nation out.
Later, Slayers.